So, my friend wants Apple CarPlay in his Mercedes-Benz W204, but he doesn't want to replace the original screen with an aftermarket Android head unit. The AutoABC Retrofit kit solves that problem by adding wireless CarPlay to this car whilst keeping every other thing completely factory. In today's video, I'm going to show you how exactly I go about installing this. But first things first, let's see what's in the box. We've got the CarPlay unit itself, we've got an AMI cord, we've also got the quad lock kit. This connects to the stock radio. We've got a USB cord as well, and then I think this is the LVDS cable. Yeah, this is the LVDS cable. We've got the Wi-Fi antenna and also a user manual. So to get started, we need to get this trim out first, and I think there's a little clip here that you have to find a way to get around to and push down, and then you can put this in, pull out, and then the same for the other side as well. Yeah, kind of. I think I got it. Okay, I think this was the clip, this right here, and this here as well. I think you just need to, from the insides, you just need to like pull it in, and then it lets go. Next up, we've got two 220s, one here and another one there that we need to get out so we can get this stereo pulled out. So we have both screws now. Next job is to actually release the stereo by jamming a screwdriver right into those holes where the screws came out from, and then this can actually pop free. Once the stereo is out, there's this little connector here that we actually need to pop free. I've just disconnected the little tab. It's got like a little tab here, and then push down and pull. I need to disconnect this quad lock and connect the quad lock from the AutoABC kit into it. And there's just a tab here where I'm holding. Here's the quad lock out now, and the tab is literally just underneath it. That's what you literally hold to pull it out. Anyways, now we've got to disconnect the fiber optic, I think it's called. These two yellow wires here, we've just got to pull it out and put it on the loom, the quad lock loom that comes with the AutoABC kit, and it sits just the same spot where it sits here, which is the one further out, is where I'm going to put it here as well, the one further out. So that's what I'm going to do now. Swap this over here, and then I can connect this back into this spot where the factory one was supposed to sit, and connect the factory one to the other side. It's like a T-shaped kind of quad lock. So factory one goes back into here, but the optic loom has got to come and stay with this new one. So that's the loom. Yeah, got the loom out now. So I've swapped the loom, the fiber optic loom, directly into this quad lock that comes with the retrofit kit, and now I can slide this quad lock into the factory head unit, slide the old one into this female hole, and then we move on to the LVDS cable. Yeah, might as well just connect this first, since it seems that's how we want to go. The loom that came with the head unit, and now that can go back in this way. But that is in now, and now I'm left with this part here, and this goes into the kit. I'll show you where this goes, but for now let's keep this aside and focus on the LVDS cable. Next up, we need to take out this gray LVDS cable, which is, let's focus on that. Yeah, this one here, there's a tab there that just, now that I have the gray LVDS cable out now, I have enough space to actually show you what I did earlier on before. So this is the fiber optic loom cable, and I connected it to the quad lock kit that came with the AutoABC Retro kit, and the female part is the one that's connected to what was in the stock head unit before. So that's connected now, but the only thing we took out was this fiber optic loom, which is now connected here. So that kit stays there, and the end of that kit is this one, which I am going to connect to the CarPlay module itself, but this is going to be in another direction. So we'll keep this aside for now. And this LVDS cable, we're going to have to connect it to the LVDS cable kit that also comes with the AutoABC kit. And this one goes, I think this one goes into the module itself, whilst one of these slides in here and the other one slides into the factory LVDS cable. So let's do that now. And then the other part of it, which is this part, can slide into the old spot for the LVDS cable as well. All connected in now, and what we're left with is this end. So basically this end is a combination of the factory LVDS cable and the loom from the retro kits, and this end as well. We'll keep it aside because we have to redirect it somewhere there, but we keep that aside. And now that we've connected this is all we need to do behind here. We can start putting this back into this its housing basically. But before I do that, I would like to test the kit just to be sure everything is working correctly as it should. So the module itself just has 2 inputs and the LVDS cable, and one of the inputs is this one that comes from the quad lock, and this goes straight into this CAN power. Yeah, and the other one is for your USB. This is a USB cable, and we can have this right into here as well. And the last one is the LVDS cable, which you connected back in, and this goes the other way, this way. There we go. The last thing is the Wi-Fi antenna, and the Wi-Fi antenna goes like so. Easy enough. So let's just test and see if everything works as it should, and then we can decide how to actually make this all invincible basically. So ignore the mess, we're gonna sort everything out. But right now I've just started the car up, and the first things first, you know, it comes out with your normal factory display, and what you've got to do is press and hold this back button, and once I do that, the kit comes into play. And then I use my I don't know what this is called, but the knob to control this, and I can go into CarPlay and then connect directly. So I'm going to connect directly, test it out, ensure that the music comes off properly, and I'll show you how it works basically. So here's CarPlay now, and I've connected CarPlay. So as you can see, it's working. Everything is still loose the way it is. But I think the only thing now that we need to get around to is audio, because I've realized that when I click on music, say for example, and let me go to now playing and just play. By the way, shout out Benson, that's a crazy album out there. But yeah, let's play this. It's coming off my phone rather than from the system itself. Let's stop that for now. And the only workaround, the settings I've seen that you have to actually do here is exit the CarPlay, come over to setup, make sure you're on that system, make sure you're on this, you turn on this one which says use car Bluetooth channel. Once that is on, you can go back basically, go back to OEM. You have to connect your Bluetooth actually here. So let me connect last device, which is my phone. Let's see if that's gonna connect. And already it's playing. But now if I go back to the CarPlay settings itself, and I come down to CarPlay, click on music, and I play. Now it comes from the car stereo, you can see that. But basically, the most important thing that you need to notice is that you need to connect your phone's Bluetooth to your factory Bluetooth and also to the Bluetooth of the CarPlay module. That's the only way you can get sound out of your car system, like your stereo, your proper stereo anyways. But now that we know everything is working properly as it should, there's literally nothing else to do here rather than to put all of this together, properly set it up, hide the CarPlay module. I'm going to hide it behind there. I'll show you in a minute, and then we'll move on from there. So now that I know everything is working perfectly as it should, I've just rerouted the wires that needs to connect to the module here. I've just routed them underneath here, and there's like a small little spot you can pass through, and this slide this in, pull this out, and this is where the module is going to sit, just right here. And I think I'm going to have to cut some of the foam out so it can lay flat into there. But for now, this is out. We've got to worry about putting this in, because now that we have extra wires, there is literally so tight, and that quad lock, the female quad lock, needs to actually sit properly unless this one slide in well. So I'm going to battle with that now. Okay, so the factory stereo is back in, and it was really much of a hassle trying to put the wires, especially the quad lock, inside. But you've got there's a spot just behind here, a little spot where that quad lock can sit, and once you slide it in, then you can push this in. But yeah, it took me a solid minute to get this in. But now that that's in, let's focus on this part. I've just taken out the USB part because my friend doesn't really want a USB, and this guy already has a USB connection in that armrest there. So this is just extra wire that is not needed, and he also has a factory camera, so this camera and 12 volts, all this is really not needed. So I'm just taking this out, and what I'm using is only the LVDS cable and the power cable. So right now the plan is for this to sit just around, say, here, and to do that we're gonna have to cut that same aspect of the foam here. So what I'm gonna do now is just measure out what part of the foam I'm cutting really, and then cut the foam out, put this in, and job done. I've just marked up the part of the foam that I intend to cut, and it's, yeah, I think so, should fit. Yeah, should tuck it in properly, proper nice there. So I have it all tucked away behind here now, and you can barely tell it's even there in the first place. So that's all good, and let's finish up with this. And as you can see, the CarPlay works perfectly using this control knob. Everything works, and if you go into reverse, it comes off, and it comes with your reverse camera the way it's supposed to be. Once you go into park, it comes back into CarPlay, so everything works as it should. There are no issues whatsoever. Okay, job done. Everything is working all good. We've tested everything out, and I've just shown you how it moves smoothly from reverse camera straight back into CarPlay, so there's literally no issues. The only thing I would say is, if you're having audio issues, make sure you have your phone connected to your car Bluetooth and the CarPlay module's Bluetooth as well, as that's the only way you can get audio coming out from your car speakers. Aside that as well, the most difficult part about this for me is sliding the old stereo back in, because of the new quad lock that comes with the retrofit kit. So what I would advise is, there's a little spot just next to the glove box by the left side there in the passenger's space, where you can hide the quad lock in. That's the only way you can actually get the stereo to actually like push in. I spent a lot of time trying to like figure that out, but I did get it at the end of the day, and everything is working all right. That brings us to the end of this video, and if you enjoyed watching today's video, please don't forget to like, drop a comment if you're having any issues, and I'm sure if I don't even respond, someone else would be in the comments, you know, I'm giving tips. That's one of the things I love about this community. We're always giving tips, and yeah, subscribe yourself to the channel, as it massively helps out the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.